This planet has been our home for countless millennia. Since time immemorial, the Green Lantern Corps has served as the keepers of peace, order, and justice throughout the universe. To be chosen to join its ranks is the highest of honors and the greatest of responsibilities.
Yeah, that part I heard about.
You know, I think he's afraid of a lot of things, but I mean, mostly I think he's afraid of his own potential, you know? I think he's afraid of failing, so he doesn't actually try. And that's, you know, that's I think a lot of people experience that. I know I've experienced that in my life before as well, and, you know, he's not one of those guys who would rather go down swinging, you know, but when he does sort of realize that, he succeeds because he's willing to fail, and that's kind of, you know, that's always the great challenge. You know, you can never be good at something unless you're willing to be bad at it.
Carol and Hal have grown up together. They've been best friends. They've dated. But now she's his boss. You know, she runs her father's aviation company, which he works for, and you know, they're also both two best fighter pilots in the world. So they're always there to help each other along, but they're also rivals, and they're also challenging each other, and they enjoy that challenge and that tug. And you know, now, you know, when you meet them in the film, they're exes. So there's a lot of history between these two people.
It's gonna maybe do a little flying today. What do you think?
I think you're late.
Yes, but that's only because I slept in.
I used to sleep in, then I turned 11. Let me give you a little heads up. I've gone up against these sabers all week, and they have smoked me every time. There isn't anything you can do that they can't do better, faster, and without disappointing women everywhere.
I think we both know that's not true.
This is exactly why I didn't want you for this. My father did, and I would have gone with Jensen.
I'd have gone with Jensen too, but unfortunately he's busy not being good enough.
At least he shows up. Hal, this test today, it's important.
I got it. I'm gonna make you look good up there, don't worry, okay? Now let's get these pants off and fly some planes.
He's the greatest of the Lanterns. I think he's the strongest, and he believes in the Corps so completely that it's his life, it's everything that he believes in. He may be slightly arrogant, slightly dictatorial in his methods. When Hal turns up, Hal's a human. In terms of the Corps that have existed for countless millennia, the humans are a relatively new race. They're untried, untested. He's very suspicious of them, doesn't believe that they have what it takes to become a Lantern. So he's a very hard taskmaster to Hal. I don't think it's that he doesn't dislike him per se. I just think he thinks humans aren't really up to it. And anyway, this ring has passed from his great mentor, Abin Sur.
Lanterns, I've called you here to this unprecedented gathering because we face an unprecedented danger. Our 4 Lantern brothers were killed by an enemy called Parallax. An enemy we don't yet fully understand. We do know it's powerful enough to destroy entire civilizations. Powerful enough to defeat even Abin Sur.
He's a guy, he's a scientist, he's a teacher as well. He studies life forms that exist in hostile environments on this planet, like in nuclear reactors at the bottom of the deepest parts of the ocean, to better understand what might live elsewhere. He's similar to perhaps to many of the things that he studies. He grew up in a very hostile environment with his father, and is kind of forced to be a certain type of person. He's an only child. He doesn't express himself very well, doesn't have the tools to express himself. And I think what happens to him is sort of a blossoming. He learns to express himself.
Is that what I think it is?
An alien life form, Doctor. The first that mankind has ever encountered, despite what the conspiracy theorists would have you believe. We want you to do the initial assessment of its physiology.
My God. Why me?
As a xenobiologist, your skills are specifically suited to the task. Beyond that, I'm not at liberty to tell you.